Turn to the coronavirus pandemic. Georgia hit a new record high in cases on Saturday. Governor Kemp says it's because we're testing more people. But we did the math and we found that even though, yes, we are testing more, the rate of those tests that are coming back positive is also going up. The state reporting more than 3,200 new cases of COVID-19 yesterday. And that is down significantly from Saturday's nearly 4,700 cases. I'm going to see if I can move to the side. These orange bars here are the week's last cases. So that's the 4,700 from Saturday. You can see that bar goes down for Sunday. And it is also below the 14-day moving average. That is this dotted line that we're following. It is also that curve that we're trying to flatten. But despite a dip, like we've seen right here in the cases on Sunday, you can see that curve is still trending upwards. Now, along with a record number of new cases on Saturday, the state also had a record number of test results. And when you compare how many tests we're giving now versus back in April or May, it's clear Georgia is testing more. So we wanted to know if the number of positive cases are going up because of that. This graph shows that together, both of them together. The orange bars being new tests, the green bars down here being new cases. Now, 2 weeks ago, an average of 15.4% of the tests were coming back positive. Last week, it was slightly higher, 15.7%. That means even though we are testing more right now, the virus is still spreading faster. And that, of course, is not what's supposed to happen. Now, the global COVID-19 death toll now surpassing 600,000. That's according to Johns Hopkins University. One of the 188 countries tracked by the university, only 17 have not yet reported a virus-related death. The United States now has the highest number of fatalities and is the only country reporting more than 100,000 deaths. If cases continue to increase, the virus could become one of the top 10 global causes of death. Now to some other top stories we're following for you on this Monday morning.